welcome to Hustle Vida, where hustle meets cultura. I'm your host, Jessica Jeanz, and tonight we're bringing you hustle, heart, and cultura straight to the mic. Before we dive in, I do want to give big love to Gonzalez Law Group for their support for the community, the young artists, and local businesses in the area. They're part of the backbone of this community, the everyday hustlers who keep dreams alive. Today, I'm honored to bring you a Latina superstar who's been breaking ceilings from El Paso and beyond, fusing grit with grace and reminding us that roots, resiliency, and her voice matter. Also joining us today is a rising name from right here in Houston under the Up Above umbrella, Up Above Entertainment umbrella. He's turned local pride into loud anthems like How About Them Stros, and he's been taking stages, airwaves, and crowds with him. Plus, we also sit and speak to a Houston local business that has made an impact in the community and sharing their struggles to success. We'll talk about what it means to build in this space, to represent your people, your gente, and to the hustle without losing your soul. So whether you're tuning in from H-Town, anywhere in Texas, or beyond, thank you for joining me today. Buckle up, because we're about to jump into Hustle Vida, where hustle meets cultura. Welcome back to Hustle Vida. I'm your host, Jessica Jeanz, and today I'm bringing you one of my favorite young stars, straight from El Paso, Texas, representing the cultura. I have my girl, Krystall Poppin, in the building.
What's up, what's up? What's up, Queen? How are you?
Man, I am great, man. I'm glad to be back, and I'm glad to have you here with me today, girl.
Yes.
It has been a struggle for us to meet up and be here, but I'm glad that we made it happen.
Definitely. I mean, I need to be more in Houston than I am, so I need to come back, and I'm glad, like, the first thing I did was tap in with the Queen, you know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
me.
So last time I saw you, we were over in New Mexico. So it was El Paso, New Mexico.
Yes.
And you were on stage at a big, huge festival out there, Mango de Sol, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Ripping up the stage. This was like basically all of your hometown came to support you
Yes,
that day.
yes.
And it was a sea of people. So many people were there to support you. So how has that been going? And, you know, just the support that's been growing in your community.
So it's really cool because you know how you always hear like your city is going to be the last to support you. And that is true, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like at this point, it really feels like my community is starting to back me and support me. And I feel like that support has been there for a little while now. And I really appreciate that because, you know, I try to give back as much as I can. You know, charities during like Christmas time is really big for me and stuff like that. And just letting El Paso know, like, you know, you all have someone here like out here representing and like shouting out any chance that I get, you know, for sure.
Yeah, y'all got one coming out. And so you also got like a key to the city and everything. So like the city itself, like you have a key.
Yeah, Krystall Poppin Day is official January 27th. So that was really, really cool when they contacted me to bless me with that honor because, you know, you always feel like you're grinding. And yes, like when you get supporters, you feel good, you know what I'm saying? But to have the actual city back you like that is incredible. And it's just kind of like a moment of confirmation, you know, that feels really good and helps you like want to keep going.
Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You know, and we go way back. So we go way back. I think I was like your first interview here in Houston.
Yeah, for sure.
When I was over at 97.9.
Yes.
You came in a young Krystall Poppin, still kind of shy a little bit, but you know, you did have a lot of confidence in just the way that you are already packaging your stuff. Like your music was just already great. The look was already great. So you kind of already knew what you wanted to do when I met you. And so, but I've seen the growth. I've seen the different, you know, styles that you're tapping into, you know, from your softer side, the more aggressive side, to the collabs, to even the singing. So, you know, I do want to talk a little bit about that too. So tell me about the growth and where you're at right now with your career.
So I just feel like it's really important for me to never stop growing musically. You know what I mean? Never stop evolving because I never want to be just stuck in a box and just like, this is all I do. You know what I mean? Like I always want to try new things and making sure that I get new sounds and then teaching myself what I can do every time that I go into the studio. That's very important for me. I love that when I was getting ready to put my album together, I was thinking of like, how can I approach certain things and certain songs in order to show people what I can really do.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Like, so I have like, I mean, from day one of me starting to rap, like I was always like attacking. And I think that as I started growing, it was more like, let me present. Let me be more feminine here. Let me sing on certain songs. Now I have a corrido, and it's called Cinti.
Yes.
And I've always wanted to make one, because I love corridos, and I'm like, I want to tap into that for a little bit and see if I could do it. I didn't even know if I could do it. So when I went to the studio to make one, like, and it happened, I was like, oh, like, let's go. That was just very rewarding for me as an artist and a musician to be able to be like, I can do this, So that's always, I just love like tapping into as much as I can and teaching myself what I'm capable of, for sure.
Yeah. So, growing up in El Paso, I want to give people a little insight of what it was like to be a little Krystall Poppin, a little girl, and what your aspirations were, and why you chose to go into the rap versus, maybe singing, because obviously you do well at singing. So how did that happen where you said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and just go lyrical with it and do rap?
I think, you know what it was? Like when I started rapping, it really felt like something like I just needed to get off my chest. It was stuff that I felt like I needed to say. And my very early songs are more vulnerable, and they're more personal to me. Like I have a project called Starstruck, and on a lot of those songs I'm very personal on it. It's not really like there's like a banger or two on there, you know what I mean? But it's mostly tapping into like my feelings and stuff. And I was very emotional when I first started, because that's where the start came from. Like that's the reason I started making music, was because I had all these things to just get off, and I wanted to say things that I couldn't say to people. You know what I mean?
What were some of those things that you felt you couldn't say that you could do?
Well,
in music?
I felt very shy early on in my life. You know what I mean? Like even in high school, it was really hard for me to make friends, and it was really hard for me to be social. And I was very like, I would get social anxiety. Like whenever I had to like be in front of people or like go to a party or something, like talk to people, I would just like I'd be silent, and then I'd just be like burning inside, like, oh, I feel so awkward being here. Like it was really kind of like crippling for me early
before there
like,
was a name
time.
for it. Right now we know it's called social anxiety. Now we know that we have triggers. We have all these words now to define things, but back we just didn't have that.
Yeah, for sure. And I didn't know people even related to that at all. I just felt very alone in a lot of ways. And because of that like loneliness that I felt early on, I expressed myself through writing. And then through writing, I started making music. And through the music, I've kind of like found my outlet, because before I made music, I had no idea what I wanted to be, what I wanted to do. I really liked learning. That's all I knew. I was like, I love learning and stuff like that. But just what I went through in my home, I felt like I was never really encouraged to pursue anything. Everyone's just kind of like on survival mode in my home.
No, I feel
like,
that.
Everyone's just like trying to get through the day and feed the kid. So my manager, Smooth Vega, shout out to Smooth Vega, he had this vision of like helping Latino artists come and speak on the topics that are currently happening right now with us, but without getting into like a dark place about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's like, what can we do to uplift people instead of like shining all the negativity in everyone's face? And I was like, well, we can talk about like unity. Like, how can we go more in a unity route instead of just like F this and F that? Like, how can we just say like,
there's power in numbers if los juntamos.
Yes, exactly. So that was kind of like the angle we wanted to go for. And we started talking, and he was just like, I think you, Cap G, and the Coyotes would be a super dope fit.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was just like, because he's tapped in with them too. So him just kind of like, looking at like his instruments, he was just like, I think the three of y'all, well, four, you know what I mean? Because the Coyotes is two. I think the four of y'all on one track talking about unity would be really, really cool. So I was just like, I'm all for it. I've been wanting to work with Cap G for a long time.
Yes.
And the Yotis, as soon as they hit the scene and I started seeing them going and, getting LA.
Yeah, they've got a strong presence when it comes to, being Mexican Americans and, just representing for culture, so wow, that's so powerful.
Yeah, and that's how I felt too when I started hearing like the hook with Cap G on it. I was like, oh man, like he's like kind of melodic on it, and it's like, it's more of a like, it's a good listen.
Because he's got that ATL vibe, you know, so it hits.
Yeah.
And then we got you.
Yeah.
You come out just like, I mean, just powerful.
Thank
powerful
you.
as ever. Like,
Thank
I was
you.
like, okay,
Yeah.
Krystall.
and I wanted to say one-liners where people can like, it is digestible, people can hear what I'm saying, and every line is powerful and no lines are wasted, you know? Like in one of the lines I say, product of Selena. Like how many Latinos can relate to that? Like a lot of people feel like Selena raised them.
Yes.
Me being one of them.
Right,
You know?
right.
Like that's a line. And then another line is, we work twice as hard to get half the recognition, you know, and it's so true for Latinos. It's just like, and I've experienced that in rap, like being a Latina, like being Mexican and a female. So I have to work 3 times as hard. You have to work 3 times as hard just to be in the spaces that we're in.
Right.
It's crazy. And I just wanted to touch on things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's one of the reasons for this space too, because it's, you know, we heard it in the Selena movie, you know, speaking of Selena, where it's like, we're not Mexican enough, we're not American enough. And again, we have to try twice or 3 times as hard just to be who we are and represent. So shouts out to y'all for that. It's called
Built Different.
Built Different. So make sure y'all stream that one. It's available. What other collabs are you working on now? Can you talk about them? Or
So something I have coming in the works is I'm hoping to get this country song off. I don't want to say the artist yet, but there's a country song in the works. You know, we're trying to get all that together and stuff. I'm rapping on it, but it's like country vibes.
Okay.
So that's something that's gonna be really cool.
Fusions.
Yeah, fusion. It's a fusion for sure.
Okay.
And I've always wanted to try country. You know what I'm saying? Like I love the storytelling in country. So I'm just like I've had that appreciation about it so far. There's another one where I'm gonna try to remix one of my songs that's on the album. I don't want to say who or what's gonna happen with that, but I'm trying to work on this remix for sure, and hopefully that comes out soon. And I mean, if Mexican OT, if you're watching, bro, like let's get one in. Like it's time. It's time. Me and you need to get together. OT. Camera, I don't know what camera look at. I'm telling you.
All the cameras.
All the cameras. I'm calling you OT. I'm calling you out. We need to work together.
For sure, for sure. So I also want to talk about the album that you just dropped. That dropped over the summer.
Yes.
And the name of that album?
Morningside Heights.
Yes. So tell me about the title, and also tell me about how that album's been going for you.
So Morningside Heights is the name of the neighborhood that I grew up in. So I grew up in Central, but Central is such a big area, and it's made up of little neighborhoods, right? So my little corner is called Morningside Heights. And I wanted to name my album that because it's something that if someone from New York wanted to find out where I'm from, they could Google Morningside Heights, El Paso, Texas, and see the exact neighborhood I'm from instead of just Central, you know what I'm saying? And like, that's such a general area.
Broad.
It's like, I wanted to go deep and specific so people can find out and really see where I'm from, kind of like taking my hood to the world. You know what I'm saying?
I bet you everybody from Morningside. It's just
straight up.
Yeah, we on the map.
Yeah, definitely. That was my idea, you know? And I wanted to start there. I feel like I'm on a new trajectory with music and new, I just feel like a new artist, new person, just the era that I'm in right now. A lot of stuff that I've been through, a lot of stuff that I'm going through now. It's just kind of like everything came together for me to tell these stories now. And I wanted to tell stories on this album because I feel like the last time I dropped an album, I had like a fraction of the eyes on me now that I have now. And I wanted people to like really know who Krystall is. Like when you hear an album from someone and like you can go through all their songs, and at the end if you're like, I don't know nothing about them. Like I just heard 20 songs and I still don't know who this person is. I didn't want that to happen. So I was like, in these 11 songs, I want everyone to know exactly who I am, what's my name, where I'm from, and what I represent.
Right,
And I feel like that's what I did on this album.
And the things that you've overcome and had to deal with just as a person, as a woman.
Yeah, for sure.
And how are you in a space right now? Because, you know, being on these stages and having, like you said, all these eyes on you, your career, you know, the internet can be crazy, the business can be crazy, and then just the pressures, right? And how are you handling everything mentally?
So I am blessed to say that I'm finally in a space where I can handle this. I really, really, truly say that because I found God. I really, really did. In these last 2 years, he has been walking me through this journey, letting me know he's with me, letting me know like, I've been waiting for you. and that was the missing piece to my puzzle. Really, really, it was. And through these past 2 years, I've grown stronger. I've grown closer to him, and he's guiding me. And I no longer have anxiety. I no longer have worries.
Praise God.
I praise God, dude. Like I every single day I wake up and I give it to him. Even when I'm having like a crisis that should like be freaking me out, I really don't take it to my heart anymore. I used to let everything hit my heart, and that's why I would just be like, like a wreck.
Right.
And now I don't need that. I don't need to let it do that because I know he's got me. Like no
It's
matter
that
what.
Unexplainable peace.
Exactly. Yeah.
Unexplainable peace. People are like, how are you good?
Yeah, that's really what it is. It's the one thing that can really carry you through. So.
And you said 2 years ago. So was it a rock bottom moment?
I think so. Yeah, it really was. It was a moment where I was experiencing the lowest point that I had been since I was probably a teenager. You know what I mean? Like there were very low moments as a teenager that I think back on and why I started making music, and music had saved me at that point. But then about 2 years ago, I feel like I found myself in the same darkness, and I didn't know where to turn, and one day, and I always had this Bible in my room, and I never read it, and then I was just like, I didn't know collecting dust, and I didn't know what to do, who I was or where I was going. And I picked it up and I was like, I don't know even how to read this, and I'm just gonna start reading it. And then I started reading it, and the voice got louder and louder, stronger and stronger. And that's really how I started evolving, changing. I ended up getting baptized this year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I'm so glad.
Thank you. It's like a moment. I didn't even consider that that wasn't even a thought in my head. And then on this journey, I just found those truths and those moments and those things, you know what, where I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
And this is why,
and I'm glad that you brought that up, because I know that a lot of people are spiritual on different levels, right? But when you're able to, I get this a lot too, just because, I have a strong faith, but I'm not always preachy, and I don't feel like you're preachy either.
Right.
But you can almost sense that there's a change, that there's an aura, that there's a different spirit about you, that just getting on the mic, no matter what you're rapping about, you're still spreading the light.
Yeah. For sure. I think that's another thing. If you want to talk about it with me, I'm here and I'm gonna support you and be there. I'm not gonna force nobody, because that's another thing too. I will spread the word, but if you don't need to or want to, everyone needs to. But if you don't want to, that's fine. You know what I mean? Eventually, you'll find your way. But with me, it was I knew something was missing, and that when I found that fulfillment, it was almost like the shift I needed. It was kind of like eyes were opened, and this is what I needed to do, and this is the mentality and the perspective that I needed to have.
The alignment, everything.
And then now, and I'm experiencing peace I've never experienced in my life. You know what I mean? That's crazy. That's really cool. And you know what I'm saying? Any chance that I get, I'm going to speak on it.
So how important is it for you to be sure that, that Mexican culture, Mexican American culture, and everything you grew up with is exhibited through your music?
I think it's who I am, and I don't know what anyone wants me other to be. I get that I wasn't born in Mexico. I get it. But I grew up Mexican. I don't know what else to tell people, because I feel like anytime I'm making songs Built Different, or I'm throwing Spanish songs on, Spanish words in my songs and stuff, people are like, oh, now she wants to be Mexican. And I'm just like, what else am I supposed to be?
Right.
I'm sorry that I didn't grow up in Mexico, but I love Mexico. Anytime I go to Mexico, I appreciate it, because I feel connected to where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? My grandparents are from there. They came over here.
Yeah. What part of Mexico is your family from?
So Durango and Santa Maria.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's straight by the border over there by
Durango, I think, is closer.
Okay.
I'm not sure where Santa No, Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara. That
Oh,
one.
okay,
Yeah,
that's
Santa
more
Barbara.
coast,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. So I mean, that's where the grandparents come from. My mom's parents, her grandparents. I mean, my grandparents from my mom came from Chihuahua.
Okay.
You know, and then El Paso's right there. Like that's right there. So like we're like
You're border town babies, and then but
Yeah.
at the same time, it's like you know our roots are back there.
Yeah, so like I love is I love Mexican food. You know what I mean? Like that's really what I know how to cook. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really what it is. And I grew up a little brown girl. You
Yeah,
know? And
yeah.
I'm just a proud Mexican American.
Yeah,
you know?
representing well, man.
Yeah.
You're really doing a lot, reaching a lot of different places. Is Krystall Poppin going next?
So next, I'm really so right now I feel like I'm on this like it's a tour. I'm like on a always continuous tour. I'm always doing shows all month. I have a couple shows, right? Mm-hmm. But I want to put together like a programmed tour, like a tour where it's like hour long. I'm doing different things, playing with my songs, having like touring acts with me, like to just that whole adventure. I've never done it. I've jumped on other people's tours.
Because that Mango del Sol was like ideal. Like that was like, I mean, there's probably a few other people I would have added too, but that alone right there gave me so much inspiration and just watching the movement itself, right? Because it wasn't that long ago where we didn't have so many faces when it came to the Mexican American rap scene.
Yeah.
And for me to be able to see artists like OT, and I see Drody, and then I see Baby Bash also in the mix, and Krystall Poppin, I Am Lopez, and we're seeing all these different just great artists that are taking the stage, and I'm like, a tour needs to happen, an all Mexican American tour.
I know.
That needs to happen. And you know, but I do want you to inspire other women, because I know that you do, other girls that are watching, because going back to that festival and just watching your whole city and your hometown, I mean, the place was flooded with Krystall Poppin fans, and I was so proud for you, because I seen you come out and I just seen everybody erupt. And what type of advice do you have for all your young fans, you know, that are watching, and you know, and everything that you've been through mentally, emotionally, spiritually? What is your advice?
So my young fans, I feel like when I was young, no one ever told me that whatever you're interested in, like go for that, like, but learn about it, like find your passion, you know what I mean? Like, I wish I had done music earlier in my life, because I just feel like I'd be way more seasoned and way more, you know, advanced than I am today, you know? So I just feel like find what you love. Like, don't let people tell you what to do. Don't let people tell you who you are. You know what I mean? Get close to God, like that. Find your peace. And I just wish someone had told me, like, you don't need to impress people. You don't need to please people. Like, don't try to make friends out of nowhere just because you need some friends. Like, because that's what I did. I made friends and they weren't good to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had fake friends and like just all of that. Like, because I felt like I needed to please people and all of that. Like, don't do that. Find what you love and just be yourself. And that might sound cliche, but it's really like, sit down and be with yourself and find out what you like, find out who you are, discover things, try things, don't be scared, you know, like, go for it and work hard. Like, there's a lot of times where people, I noticed that, like, people want things given to them, you know, a lot of times.
Expectations, or why didn't they help me, or they're supposed to, or
it's like, don't have that attitude. Don't have the attitude that someone needs to save me and someone needs to give me things because, you know, of this and that or whatever it is. Like, be okay with people not giving you what you think you deserve. Like, go get it yourself.
You're capable.
Yeah, do it yourself. Go for it. Be strong. Be a boss. Like, what does a boss mean? Like, what does that really mean? Like, be a boss. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need, like, if I'm on this stage and I'm the only one like, if I'm performing to one person, like I'm gonna do a badass job. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's right.
Be a boss. Like, do you and do it well.
That's right. That's all you can do is be yourself. So I want to thank you again for being here, being the inspiration. And I just love watching you grow. And I know I'm just waiting to see more and more of what Krystall Poppin has, from singing corridos and, you know, just impacting in different ways, speaking from your heart and, you know, just sticking to your roots. And I'm just so proud of everything that you've done. So thank you so much for being here, girl.
Thank you. And you know what, Jessica, I want to tell you that I'm so proud of you. And every time I see you posting and doing your thing and being a boss and a representation and an example for all of us women, I want to thank you for that, because you are a strong Latina woman, and I love seeing you grow too and you're doing it.
You're gonna make me cry. Where can they find you, girl?
You guys can find me everywhere at Krystall Poppin, Krystall Poppin, and stream my new album, Morningside Heights. Definitely check them out. Let me know what song's your favorite. Follow me on Instagram, you know, everywhere, but especially subscribe to my YouTube, because I meet with all my subscribers on live on YouTube every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. And it's a time where I get to like have one-on-one time with anyone who wants to have a conversation and just like tap in with me and see what I'm up to.
I love that. All right, make sure you follow Krystall Poppin on all platforms and keep up the good work, baby. Thank you so much for representing for Latinas. This is Hustle Vida. You're watching Hustle Vida. This is Jessica Jeanz, your host, and this part of the program being brought to you by Gonzalez Law Group. And this is Krystall Poppin.
Tell them check the stats, bitch. I've been running shit that's facts, bitch. I don't rap if the bag missing. I need commas on that cash slip. Baddest in the state from the bottom of the map. Sitting at the top, I ain't never moving back. Talk behind my back, but in my face they show respect. Way I run my city, every hoe know I'm a threat. They know that I'm a threat. Oh yeah, I'm a threat. Know that I'm a threat. Talking out they neck, cause they know that I'm a threat. Bitch, I'm top 5, but I feel like number 1. If they talking numbers, tell them add another sum. I feel sorry for the bitches thinking I was done. Hoes be in their feelings while I'm out here having fun. I don't need a cosign, get it on my own. Penthouse views while they watching from their phone. When I pop out, all I see is money thrown. Bitches playing checkers, but I'm sitting on the throne. Everywhere I step, they like, damn, who is that? New ice on my neck, make them squint, cataracts. You ain't talking money, then I gotta call you back. Pretty face, boss moves, get them hood like it's baddest in the state from the bottom of the map. Sitting at the top, I ain't never moving back. Talk behind my back, but in my face they show respect. Way I run my city, every hoe know I'm a threat. They know that I'm a threat. Oh yeah, I'm a threat. Know that I'm a threat. Talking out they neck, cause they know that I'm a threat. Pay them, pay who? Fuck that, pay me. Too booked, too busy, real checks, KP. Pay my dues, so I ain't gotta pay a fee. You hate on me, bitch, how you tryna take from me? Hoes love the top, but they can't back it up. I don't want your man, bitch, he ain't fat enough. City on my back, little hoes stack it up. Hoes throwing subs, I just crack it up. Who the biggest? Who the realest? Who got motion? With no gimmicks? Who really poppin'? Who the villain? Who got motion? With no gimmicks? Baddest in the state from the bottom of the map. Sitting at the top, I ain't never moving back. Talk behind my back, but in my face they show respect. Way I run my city, every hoe know I'm a threat. They know that I'm a threat. Oh yeah, I'm a threat. Know that I'm a threat. Talking out they neck, cause they know
Hey, I'm built from the struggle. Can't deport the hustle. Try to break us down, but we doubled up the muscle. Brown like the dirt that we came up from. Now it's diamonds in the chain, they can't make us run. Yeah, we built a little different.
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 Poppin'.
Yeah, we built a little
Built
different.
from the struggle, hustles in our core. No, they can't deport what the fuck we stand for. Brown is beautiful, we were born with ambition. We work twice as hard to get half the recognition. The minority becoming the majority. Brown people raising families, we scaring the authority, Proud Mexican, proud to be a testament. Product of Selena, you ain't built like a Latina, Check my DNA, Aztec in my veins. Rap game homeless, cause it's out here begging for some change. Trying to break us down, you must got this shit twisted. In case you didn't know, Poppin' built a little
I'm built from the
different.
struggle. Can't deport the hustle.
Yeah.
Try to break us down, but we doubled up the muscle. Brown like the dirt that we came up from. Now it's diamonds in the chain, they can't make us run. Yeah, we built a little different.
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 Poppin'.
Yeah, we built a little different.
Hi, welcome back to Hustle Vida. I'm your host, Jessica Jeanz, and this is where hustle meets cultura. We like to talk to different business owners, and we also like to talk about the Mexican American community and some of the great things that are happening in the community. And one of those great things is Up Above Entertainment, and Up Above Entertainment has some great artists, and one of the most and coming and rising star that we have in our cluster of artists at Up Above Entertainment is one of my very favorites, SamKnight. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for calling me your favorite, huh?
I always do that though.
Yeah.
Every time, I have an opportunity to announce you about to hit the stage, I'm like, it's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah, thank you.
You really
Appreciate
have
that.
been one of my favorite artists for a long time. I first got to be able to hear what you did, and that was with Hustletown Network. And with Hustletown Network, you performed a song called Galaxy, and it was a virtual performance during the pandemic. And just hearing your sounds, I was immediately hooked.
Yeah.
So I want to dive in and get to know a little bit about SamKnight. We've seen you do so many things, part of the Astros, but before we get into that, how did you get into music? What first pushed you to doing it seriously? Because I know you come from a music family, but when did you decide to do this professionally?
I think like really when I was in school and I just like I could have done the work, but it was just I didn't have the drive in me to take off and do these other paths that my other teammates,
Your classmates
my
were
other
doing?
classmates were doing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just always wanted to do music, and that's when I was like, I'm
So
gonna
you're in class, everyone's doing math or doing all this other stuff, and you're just like,
and I'm writing songs. on papers, and I'm beating on the desk. I'm getting kicked out for beating on the desk. Like,
wow.
the teacher used to take my songs and throw them away because I wasn't doing my work, But,
So you just always knew you wanted to do music.
yeah, I just always wanted to do music.
Like, I
Like
wanna do
teachers would
this.
ask me, like, what are you gonna? Coaches, like, what are you gonna do? I want to do music.
You rep Houston in a big way with your music. So I always hear, whether you're singing a ballad or because you rap too, right? So when you're bringing the heat, you always, have some good, liners in there that always represent Houston. How important is it for you to continue not only as, a Mexican American artist, but representing the H-Town culture? How important is that for you?
I think it's real important, and I think it's something everybody from Houston should be doing.
Okay.
A lot of people, they fake the funk, But you gotta put on, man. I'm an H-Town baby. Like, I just grew up in the studio, grew up in the music scene. So, yeah, I don't know, it's in me. I love it. I love all the Pimp C, the Ronnie Spencer, all the soulful, like, H-Town, the real H-Town music, Houston.
And you really did come up in the music industry, like with your family, with your dad, who was a big part of a lot of H-Town, early music, around a lot of legendary musicians. So I know I've spoken to your dad before, and he's like, yeah, Sam was a little baby in Pampers running around while there was a lot of these legends. Do you remember any of those things?
I remember running around studios,
In the Pampers?
I don't know how far back. Yeah,
Is it back
probably running around again.
But what was that like? What are your memories about that?
Uh, you know, they're faint, but they're there. You know, I just I remember being in the studio. I remember being like just banging on keyboards and being on the mic. I remember the smell of the booth, like the foam, like you know.
Yeah.
I just remember certain things like going back and then just, you know, always being, you know, around musicians. And
I did like how you brought the city together with the How About Them Stros song.
yeah.
That was just a moment for all of us here in Houston because, you know, we've had other people constantly make championship songs and things like that for a lot of the teams. But, you know, with the Astros, this one hit different. And especially because it wasn't like so much a hip hop song. Normally, there's songs that are rappers, you know, doing these different, you know, anthems and whatnot. But this was different because I felt like it was a vibe that the entire city could just sing along to. How did that come about, and how did you link up with Paul Wall on it?
Well, we got linked up to Paul through Bruce Bang.
Okay. Producer.
Bruce Bang, producer, engineer, yeah, bad boy. So we got linked up with him, and we recorded a song called "Count My Spokes," and it was me, Paul Wall, and GT Garza, and so we banged that song out, and and the Astros were kicking butt at that time, you know.
They were in the playoffs.
Yeah, in the
Right.
playoffs, and so my dad just kept singing, you know, how about them Stros? It's got to count my spokes, like it's right. How about them Stros? Same exact everything, and he brought it up to him, and they just had the cameras out, and we wrote it, and we sang it like in a little clip, and then like it got a little bit of traction, and then the day before, I guess like game 5, I guess when we won. Paul called us and he was like, "Let's go to the studio. You know, they win, we're gonna drop it." And I like, "Hi," so we went right away, recorded it. He had a verse, laid it on there, and then it was cool. And then we went to the game, but we weren't at the game. We're down the street at some restaurant. We're eating, right? Us and the camera crew, and it's a delay on the TV, and so we're watching the game, and Jordan comes up to hit one of the batters. And he's just getting ready on the TV. He's just getting ready, and you hear doo 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 doo, and we hear it like in the back, and some dude jumps up and goes crazy, and he's screaming, he's like grand slam, and the TV was delayed, so they hit it, boom, everybody went crazy. My dad was like, "You ready? Like, let's go." Got up, went over there. Paul Wall sneaked out to like a little exit,
Yeah.
and then we popped up right there, right in front of Minute Maid. And then like a big ass crowd gathered around us, and that was it. We shot the video. How about them Stros?
So what's been your experience also with Up Above Entertainment? Like, how are you feeling about, you know, being one of the signed artists? I know there was a talent show, and the thing is, it's like American Idol, right? Like a lot of times you get the nose, so you weren't really one of the ones who won the contest, but later on it was like one of those things where it's like, you know what, you got a lot of talent, let's bring you in. So what has that experience been like with Up Above Entertainment and working here at the studios?
It's cool, you know. I mean, I don't feel no way because I lost the show or anything. Like, it feels like family here. you know?
Yeah.
So you come through, kick with everybody, you know, have our drink our whatever we drink in. You know what I'm saying, chop it up, make some music, like, and it's all love. But shout out my boy Marcos. I've known Marcos for a long time, so we were here when they were knocking down the walls to build a studio.
Wow.
You know, and they opened it up. He said he was gonna build it. I didn't really believe him. I was like,
Right.
"Hey."
But he showed out.
Yeah, he showed out for real.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, man, it's I'm happy to see that like it turned into what it is now.
So what's your advice to other artists who are up and coming and, you know, they may feel a little inadequate about their music or feeling like maybe they don't have what it takes or they just feel like, I don't know how to get started. What's your advice to somebody who's interested in doing what you do?
Just get to it. Just, you know, if that's what you really want to do, like, just get to it.
So
you know,
how would
just-
they get to it? Do you feel like, hey, you know, get to writing or come book a session?
Yeah. So there's different steps. Like you want to have your song ready. You know, you want to have your song formatted right, like written right, composed right. there's not any right or wrong way to write a song, you know, but there's little tips and tricks you can throw in there, you know, to make it a little bit better. And you get that down, and then, you know, you can find you a studio, or you can. I recorded in my car with my iPhone headphones, wired on GarageBand for a long time. Like, be hot as fuck, sweating, just dripping sweat, like just recording over and over and over, trying to get it right. And you know, if this is what you really want to do, you could find a way to get done what you need done. You know.
Yeah, I definitely feel that. Well, I'm really happy, very proud of you for all of the things that you have done, the things that you're going to do. And you know, just the fact that you take a chance on a lot of different styles. You take a chance on a lot of different. Your melodies are some of my favorites that you do. It's just, I just can't understand how you have these melodies that come out of you, because sometimes I feel like I know where a song's gonna go, and then you hit me with something else, and it's just very unique. And so keep that up, you know, keep staying authentic to who you are, because I'm already a fan, and I know the more that people get to hear your music and get to see what you're about, that they'll be as fans as well as much as I am. So for them to hear more of your stuff and to keep up with you, where can they follow you?
They can find me everywhere at SamKnight Music, yeah, with a K.
SAM.
Like a
KNIGHT.
Uh-huh.
SamKnight, all together.
No space.
No
Yeah,
space.
No space. No space. We'll get
It's
sued.
SamKnight. It's not SamKnight. It's SamKnight.
Yeah, SamKnight, real quick.
SamKnight Music everywhere. Well, thank you for being on the show. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being an inspiration and bringing the city together with How About Them Stros, and keep up the good work, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, you're watching Hustle Vida. Welcome back to Hustle Vida. I'm your host, Jessica Jeanz, and this is where hustle meets cultura. We like to talk to different people in the community who are making an impact, making a difference in the community. And one of our proud sponsors on today's show is Meat Planet. And in the building today, we do have Sam in the building to talk to us about Meat Planet and exactly what they've been doing in the Magnolia area and for the community for many years. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here, Sam.
Thank you. Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Yeah. So tell us about Meat Planet and how you've been affiliated and how long you've been affiliated with them.
I've been with Meat Planet for 5 years. Meat Planet is a 26-year-old company here in the East End of Houston.
Okay. And being that they're in the heart of the East End, they've been around for 26 years. I'm sure it's a name that rings, you know, so much to a lot of different people. It means a lot to different people because they have contributed a lot to the community. And in what ways have they done that? In case people don't know.
So for the last 5 years, we've given away, you know, our turkey giveaway, 1,000 turkeys on Thanksgiving. So that's one of the ways, you know, of course, helping out with benefits and in certain organizations, you know, like cooking teams, you know, churches and stuff like that, shelters. I'm just trying to do our part in the community, you know, make Houston a better place.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're talking about Meat Planet. So obviously there's a lot of meat that's coming out of there, pounds and pounds of meat. So they've been in business a long time. What was the vision, you know, when they first started this you know, meat company? What was the vision that they had for the community or just in general as a business?
Well, I think the owners always had a vision, but what he didn't have was marketing. Okay. So the business has been around for 26 years, but it was a one-phased, one-sided kind of company. It only had one avenue of creating revenue. So when COVID hit, you know, it was kind of a hard time. So, you know, we had some restaurants that had, you know, we were running, they got shut down during COVID.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people got sick, a lot of people died. There was all kind of craziness going on, you know. So I started delivering meat because they used to supply our restaurants, you know, so I knew I could get meat over there. I started delivering meat.
You never really think about that when it comes to like, you know, a meat company. You go to your restaurants, you know, you go to your local grocery stores, you pick up your meat, you cook it, and that's the last that you think about it. But when you think about, you know, where will we be without, you know, distribution companies like this?
Yeah, and we're able to help out during disasters, too, natural disasters, you know, because we have that to our disposal. We have warehouses full of waters. We got big old giant freezers, you know, and we're able to help out the community when times get hard, you know, because there's never a lack for assistance out there. You know, there's always something going on, and somebody always needs help in the city, and
especially in our hoods.
yeah,
you know?
and we try to do our part, you know. you know, I love it because I get to do it where I grew up at, you know, in the same neighborhoods where a lot of people don't make it out, you know, and I've had the opportunity to do great things with this company that has gone full circle in my life, you know, even our toy program, you know, and we've teamed up with Marco, and Marco has been doing toys for a long time, you know, so before I even worked at Meat Planet, but you know, when I went to Meat Planet, I said, you know, I want to give away toys, you know, to the kids and low-income families, you know. So we've been doing that, you know. We've been teaming up and supplying toys to the neighborhoods and Toys for Tots and you know, helping out with Marco with his, and then the Magnolia Toy Drive. So there's a lot of different organizations out there we're able to contribute to, which is it's a blessing, you know, to be able to do that. That's the bottom line, you know.
Right, right.
I mean, you know.
And a lot of times when you see these, you know, different giveaways or these different, you know, drives and giveaways, you don't really know who's behind, you know, some of these sponsors. And sometimes you see a lot of logos and things like that. But, you know, when it comes to Meat Planet, and they've been at the center for so many years, you know, I wanted to make sure that we, you know, were able to shine some light on an organization and a business like Meat Planet.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You know, and it's just you do good without expecting anything in return, right?
Yeah, no, and what can the community do to also support Me Planet? What is something that someone can
Well,
do?
you know, we're trying to give the community access to meat and food supplies at wholesale prices, right? Which in the neighborhood, there's not a Sam's wholesale, there's not a Costco in the middle of the neighborhood right there, and sometimes people don't have access to that, you know. So
Right.
we're about to start hopefully implementing the SNAP program, you know, so we can help out people that might not have transportation in the middle of the neighborhood, you know. I come from there. I see the old ladies with the buggies going down the street. I see the people lining up at the Chicano Center, you know, just to get fruits, you know, because they're going through hard times, you know, and you know, them meals right there, they saved my life when I was a kid, you know. That government cheese, you made some good enchiladas with them. That government cheese saved my life. And that powdered milk, you know, you had to get it real cold because,
Yeah, it had to be.
But, you know, we made it through that, you know, and we understand that the need is there. The need is never going to go away, you know. You know, some of them people, they get lost in the cracks of society because all of us are so busy doing stuff. But there's really a lot of people suffering in the city. And, you know, one of the things I want to share is the Houston Furniture Bank, too, you know, like organizations like that. And, of course, Sarah's House, you know, the Bridge in Pasadena, Star of Hope, Covenant House. These are all shelters, you know, women and children's shelters. And, you know, it's important that we support these organizations, you know, we keep them going because
Definitely.
a lot of people are busy doing so much other stuff, you know. They forget about them, you know.
Yeah.
They forget about the mom and the kids that ain't got nowhere to stay, you know.
Right, right.
And if you're a company and you're a business in the city and you're doing good and you're blessed to have food on your table every day, it's your obligation to get out there and spread the love. Right.
Indeed. Well,
Oh,
shouts
me
out
come, you know.
to Meat Planet for everything that they've been doing for over the years and providing jobs, pouring into the community, and always being there. Where are they located if someone wants
We're
to pull up?
located at 7130 Navigation Boulevard, so we're in the heart of Magnolia.
Okay.
We love it too. And yeah, so we're right there. You can hit I-10 and Wayside and hit us. You can come 225 and hit us through where Broadway hits Navigation. Just follow Navigation on down. But you know, we're right there in like I said, in the heart of Magnolia. We got our trucks to go out and they deliver all over Houston and the surrounding areas to the restaurants. We got our will call open. And we got our own product line, Don Pedro Cortes Finos, which is boxes of steaks, kind of like Omaha steaks, you know.
Oh, okay.
But the Latino version, you know.
Yeah.
El Omaha.
Where's the website so if people want to go look at the different?
So it's meatplanet.net.
Okay,
Yeah, and then you can
meatplanet.net.
check us out on Facebook, and we do giveaways, and we do all kind of stuff on there. You know, we try to stay interactive with the community. We do ticket giveaways, you know, for the Houston Texans and stuff like that. So
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
So make sure y'all follow us, so that way you can get in and win a box of fajita, you know, and or win you some tickets. You know, it's just man, we just love giving back.
Shouts out to you for, just doing what you do and using, Meat Planet, the opportunities, and of course the Meat Planet for giving you the opportunity to give back to the community in different ways on a consistent basis, year after year after year.
Proud of you too.
Thank you.
Proud of you too, because I see you do a lot of stuff with like after school program, you know, and you're out there in the community doing your stuff too. So hats off to you, Thank
you.
If I never told you that, I see you out there and you're doing your thing, and supporting the community too. So, it's one thing to be on camera and it's one thing to be out there.
Actually doing it, rolling up your sleeves, getting it done.
What they say in the trenches.
In the trenches, out the mud. It's Hustle Vida, man. That's what it's all about, and that's exactly the reason why sponsors like yourselves and contributors like Meat Planet are so appreciative, because you not only just talk the talk, but you walk the walk. So thank you for being on the show.
Welcome.
Anything else that you want people to know about Meat Planet?
Man, just check us out on social media, guys. I do a lot of lives too at a lot of different restaurants, so check out the lives, and man, we're thankful for everybody out there, for everybody's support and everybody that comes through and buys from us, and thank you guys, man. We love Houston.
That's Hustle Vida. Thank you for watching Hustle Vida. I'm your host, Jessica Jeanz, and this performance being brought to you by Meat Planet. This is Up Above entertainment artist SamKnight featuring Screwed Up Click, Youngster.
Flips down again. Diamonds up against it. Flips down the end. Knocking pictures off your wall. Make your index like I'm Paul. Quick to set it off. They hot beating down your block. My city, we gon' ball. They painting panties walls. Squeeze you like I'm Jones. Up on the sneak up in your home. Don't blame me, I'm just a dog. Pokey when we crawl. Tipping on 4-4, pop my trunk in front of these laws. Hitting low and scraping. Purple stuffed up in his law. Chopped up on so schooling till you feel it till we fall. I put on for the city of Ace, throw my hood, swagger bang, on my trunk, do wave, boat, poker, the jump, loader bang, UGK, the motor, big motor, swerving over 2-3 lane, look like a plane on the interstate. Can't place with the brain like it's minute made. What they know about the screwed up tape, rockin' the size I faded, I'm a press up against the grain. I bet they fit this to the beam with some dirty drain. Flag cracking on the floor, let it bust frame. Almost put your damn red, trying to switch your lane. I leave a stain, even thinking you can misbehave. Go hold it down for one living in my city hall. Big bezel, big step, presidential call. My nipple down, go blow, or they all let it seem like they dog knocking out. Pictures off your wall, break your index like I'm Paul. Quick to set it off, big hot beating down your block. In my city, we gon' ball. Just painting panties walls. Squeeze you like I'm Jones, above the sneak up in your home. Don't blame me, I'm just a dog. Big pokey when we crawl. Tipping on 4-4, pop my trunk in front of these laws. Hitting low and scraping. Purple stuffed up in his law. Chopped up on so schooling till you feel it till we fall.
See my starter kit, fat pat, big hawk, and the hardest pit. 3-2 big mode on the boys of miss. Military by the boys, let the Marvin click. Saint that my D and the boys will hurt you. Watch me climb to the top, start controversy. They ain't wanna see me shine, but my Lord is worth. They was on demon time, now Lord have mercy. Leash like a dog in heat, and I can tell your girl flagging. When the bumper fall, the trunk growl, and the ear dog, the tail wet, everything drop. I'm from the Armory lines. Down south, we say hold it down. When you hear he's on fire, poking all around like a poking pie. Haters love when you're down, but now they panicking. Head to toe like a mannequin. Yes, Papa got a brand new bag again. Diamond dance every time the camera flash. Without the love, I still have a bag. Both pockets full, call it racket tag. Got my jeans looking like some hammer pants. Still coming down like the avalanche. When I work the wheel, then the slab of dance. Both guard the road like the avalanche. Tipping 5-4, that's bands on bands. Knocking pictures off the wall. Chillin' with your bra, face down. And somebody rocking, knocking her boots. And I'm from
pictures off your wall. Index like I'm Paul. Quick to set it off. Big hot beating down your block. My city, we gon' ball. Just painting panties walls. Squeeze you like I'm Jones. Up on the sneak up in your home. Don't blame me, I'm just a dog. Big pokey when we crawl. Tipping on 4-4, pop my trunk in front of these laws. Digging low and scraping, stuffed up in his law. Chopped up on some school and TFL until we fall. Oh,
Hey, I'm jealous, bro. Hey, I'm jealous of him, y'all.
my boy.
SamKnight.
Real legend
Hey,
in the motherfucking house.
let's go. Young star to a young man. Up above.
You dig?
Yo.
Did I not do enough when you had nobody? Do you feel true to love when you share your body? It's only me and you. Hurt you causing us, would have never seen you. Now I'm leaving you. And if you want someone else, baby, go ahead, choose them. 'Cause I've been on my land strong, feels like we've been losing. These perfect times we've had, never meant when choice came out, we fell in love with that. Just want my loving back, just want my promise back. I lost my mind, gone for some time, tell me what's wrong with that. Thought you were mine, to find some guy who brought you flowers back. By the line, I always try and question how you act. The sky of clouds feel rain. And it don't rain down on me again. But if I ever let it weather, cause how come a lover just be not the one? But if I ever let it weather, how come a lover just be not the one? Just be not the one. Just be not the one. Won't be not the one. Tell me, was it worth all we ever worked for? And tell me, would it burn if I loved you no more? If it leads to the dirt, more than healing for this hurt. Never words to say, just pray I'll be okay. It's just a sky of clouds filled with rain. And it's rain down on me again. But if I ever let it weather, this how come a lover just be not the one? But if I ever let it weather, it's how come a lover just be not the one? Just be not the one. Oh, be not the one. Oh, be not the one. I want. I